Digital Signal Processing Online Lectures. Myself Immanuel from Edge Institute of Engineering and Technology. Today's topic is linear convolution from the unit Discrete Time Signals and Systems from the subject Digital Signal Processing. So let's start with that. Now in previous sessions we have seen the linear convolution in this formula. The formula is y of n that is equals to summation of k equals to minus infinite to infinite x of k into h of n minus n. We are going to use this formula. Now we have also seen the methods for computing linear convolution. The first one is mathematical method, which we have seen in previous sessions. Second one is the tabulation method, of which also we have seen how to do the tabulation method and to find linear convolution output using tabulation method. And the third method is graphical method. Okay, so now in previous sessions we have seen these two methods, first two methods, that is mathematical method and tabulation method. Now in today's session we will see the third, graphical method. Now as the name suggests, in graphical method, whatever the data sequence is given to you, you will plot the graphs for that, and accordingly you will get the convolution output. That means unlike tabulation mathematical method, there will be no such steps without any graphs or discrete plots of the given sequence. So let's start with the example. X of n, that is your input sequence, that is equals to 1, 1, 1, and impulse response of the system h of n, that is equals to 1, 1, 1. Okay, that is given to you, and arrow is at the first position in both of this. Okay, so let us start with the convolution formula first. What is the convolution formula? So according to the formula, the output sequence y of n, that is equals to summation of n equals to minus infinite to infinite x of k into h of n minus k, right? So now using this formula, we will place the value of n and k into this, and accordingly we will vary the value of n and we will find the output convolution sequence. But for each and every value of n, we will plot the graph. Okay, so first of all, let us define the range of n and the range of k. Okay, so for the range of n, first of all we'll define the higher value of n, which will be according to the higher range or higher value of x of n, that is xh, plus higher range or higher value of n for h of n, that will be h of h. That means higher range for h of n sequence, right? So now in the data given, as you can see, this indicates a 0 position, this indicates the 1, and this indicates the second position, right? That is instant number 2, n equals to 2, right? Similarly over here, this indicates n equals to 0, that means arrow indicates n equals to 0 instant, this indicates n equals to 1, and this indicates n equals to 2, right? So as you can see over here, for x of n higher range is 2, for h of n the higher range is 2, so that will give you 2 plus 2, that is equals to 4, right? Similarly for lower range or lower values of n, lower range of x of n plus lower range of h of n. So for lower range this is 0, and same way for h of n it is also 0. So that will be equals to 0 plus 0 equals to 0, right? So as you can see now, n will vary from 0 to 4. Okay, as over here the lower range is 0 and the higher range is 4. Alright, now we'll have to define the range of k. So for k, you know that the range of k always will be equals to the range of x of n. Okay, so for k, the range will be equals to 0 to 2, because the range of given x of n is 0 to 2, as you can see, right? So here we have defined the range of n and the range of k. Now we will have to vary the range n from 0 to 4 using this given formula, and we will obtain the y of n output. Okay, so let's start. First of all, we will take n equals to 0, right? So according to the formula, y of 0 will be equals to summation of k equals to 0 to 2, because our range of k is 0 to 2, right? So summation of k equals to 0 to 2 x of k into h of n minus k, but over here n is what? 0. So this will give 0 minus k, or else you can say h of minus k, right? Now for this we have to plot these two sequences, that is discrete sequence x of k and discrete sequence h of minus k from the given values of x of n and h of n. So over here x of n is given to you 1, 1, 1 and h of n is given to you 1, 1, 1, right? So first of all we plot x of k from the value x of n. Okay, so the discrete sequence we plotted like this. Here as you can see, at the 0 instant the value is 1, at instant 1 the value is also 1, at instant 2 again the value is 1. Okay, now we will have to plot h of minus k. So first of all let us plot h of k, and according to that we will plot h of minus k. So h of k will be plotted according to h of n given to you. So first of all we plot h of k, or else you can say h of plus k. So that is also the same, that means at instant 0 the value is 1, at instant 1 the value is again 1, at instant 2 the value is again 1. Okay, now from this we have to obtain h of minus k, that means flipping of this sequence. That means whatever the values are on the positive side, it will now go on the negative instant side, right? So from that the h of minus k will be h of minus k, exactly reverse to that of h of k. So now the 0 instant will be this at the same place, that means at 1 value. Now this 1 instant will be at the minus 1 instant having the same value, that means 1. This instant 2 will now go to the instant minus 2, that means on the negative side, and its value will be plus 1. Okay, so this is how we can plot h of minus k, that is exactly opposite or else flip version of h of plus k, right? Now from the formula as you can see, we have to multiply x of k into h of minus k, and this will give us the value of y of 0, right? So for y of 0 we have to multiply the instants that are similar. That means here as you can see, we are multiplying x of k and h of minus k. So at instant 0 in x of k the value is 1. Similarly at instant 0 for h of minus k is also 1. So we will multiply the respective instants and add the another instance likewise. Now as you can see over here, at instant 1 the value is 1, at instant 2 value is 1. But in h of minus k, at instant 1 and instant 2 there are no values. So we can take it as 0 or we can neglect that instant. Similarly at here minus 1 the value is 1, but in this at minus 1 there is no value, and here at minus 2 again no value. So that will be 0. That means the rest terms will be 0, because at that particular instant we have no values, right? So the answer over here is y of 0, that is equals to 1. Why? Because we have multiplied the respective instants and its values according to the formula, right? So here as you can see, we have multiplied x of k into h of minus k with the respective instants, right? Now we'll do this further for n equals to 1, 2, 3 and 4, because as we have seen that the range of n is what? 0 to 4. Okay. So now for n equals to 1, according to the formula, we will get y of 1, that is equals to summation of k equals to 0 to 2 x of k into h of n minus k, that is 1 minus k. Okay. Now I can write this as h of minus k plus 1, right? Why? Because in previous value, that is for n equals to 0, I have taken h of minus k. So from that, if I will add this one instant, I will get h of minus k plus 1. Okay. So now let's plot x of k and h of minus k plus 1. We know already that x of k value is 1, 1, 1 for the instant 0, 1 and 2. So that will be 1, 1, 1, right? And h of minus k plus 1, we can plot it from h of minus k. That means in the value h of minus k, we will shift it right side by 1 instant. So now the values will be on instant 1, 2 and 3. That means in previous h of minus k, it was on the instant, as you can see, it was on the instant minus 2, minus 1, 0. So now by shifting it right side by 1 instant, so this minus 2 will come into the minus 1 instant, this minus 1 will go to the 0 instant, and this 0 instance value will go into the next one. So now in h of minus k plus 1, by shifting one bit in h of minus k, we will get the values at the instant minus 1, 0 and 1. Okay. So here we will have values at minus 1, value will be same, at instant 0 we will have a value, and instant 1 will have the value. Okay, all these values are 1. Now multiplying the respective elements, we will get the output y of 1. So y of 1 will be equals to, at here instant 0 the value is 1, at here instant 0 the value is again 1, so that will be 1 into 1 plus, here at instant 1 the value is 1, here at instant 1 the value is 1. So same way 1 into 1 plus all the other instants, that means over here at instant 2 value is 1, but here at instant 2 the value is 0. Similarly at instant minus 1 it has value, but here at minus 1 there is no value. Okay, so the other terms will be 0. So the value of y of 1, that will be equals to 1 into 1 plus 1 into 1, that means y of 1 equals to 2, right? Now in further values, that means in h of minus k plus 2, this value will be shifted plus 1 on the right side by 1 instant. Okay, so now in the next value, this minus 1 will go to the 0, this 0 will go to 1 instant, and the 1 instant will go to 2 instant. That means the next value will be at 0, 1, 2. Okay. So here h of n minus k, where n is 2, so that will be equals to h of 2 minus k. And we can write it like this, minus k plus 2. So you can do two things over here. You can shift by two sequences or by two number of bits on the right side from h of minus k, or else you can shift the one sequence, that means by one discrete point from the h of minus k plus 1. Okay, so now let's plot x of k and h of minus k plus 2. So this will remain same, that means 1, 1, 1 for the instances 0, 1 and 2, and here it will be at the instant 0, 1 and 2, right, with the value 1. So over here the value y of 2 will be equals to respective values multiplication, and as you can see all of the instants in both the sequence are same. So here it will be 1 into 1 plus 1 into 1 plus 1 into 1. Okay, so the answer will be 1 plus 1 plus 1, that is 3. Okay, so here we have got the value y of 2, that is equals to 3, right? Similarly, we have to do this for n equals to 3 and n equals to 4. Okay. So now, for n equals to 3, the formula will be y of 3, that is equals to summation of k equals to 0 to 2 x of k into h of n minus k. N is 3. So 3 minus k, which we can say that it is minus k plus 3. Right? Now we are going to plot the sequences x of k and h of minus k plus 3. Right? X of k will be same like this. That means at every instant we will have the value 1. But now for h of minus k plus 3, as you can see over here, h of minus k plus 2 have the values at the instants 0, 1, 2. So now it will shift to the right side by 1 instant. So it will now on the instant 1, 2 and 3. That means for k equals to 1, 2, 3, it will have the value 1. Okay. So at instant 0 there will be no value. At instant 1, 2 and 3 it will have the value 1. And according to that we are going to get the output y of 3, that is equals to multiplication of respective instants value and addition of that. Right? So here at 0 instant there is no value. At here instant 1 it has value 1. So 1 into 1 plus 1 into 1 of the instant 2. And instant 3 over here it says 1 value, but instant 3 over here has no value. Okay. So y of 3 will be equals to 2. Right? Similarly, for the last instant, that is for n equals to 4, according to the formula, y of 4 that will be equals to summation of k equals to 0 to 2 x of k into h of n minus k, where n is 4. So that will be equals to 4 minus k, and we can call it as h of minus k plus 4. Right? Again we are going to plot the sequences for that. X of k, that means here we have to multiply x of k into h of 4 minus k. H of minus k plus 4. So here x of k is 1, 1, 1. At the instant 0, 1, 2. Here minus k plus 4, that means now it will shift to the right side by 1 instant. So it will now have the values at instant 2, 3 and 4. So here at instant 2 value 1, at instant 3 value 1, at instant 4 value 1. Right? So according to this we get y of 4, that is equals to multiplication of the respective values of particular instant. So here at 0, 1 there is value 1, but here at instant 0, 1 there is no value. So we multiply the instant only 2, which is common. Right? So here we will get 1 into 1 only, plus other values are 0. So you can consider it as 0. So over here y of 4 that is equals to 1. So your y of 4 equals to 1. Right? So now we have find the values of n equals to 0 to 4 for the convolution output, and now we need to write the answer of y of n according to the given sequences. So at instant 0 we have got the value 1, then instant 1 we have got the value 2, then at instant 2 the answer was 3, then at instant 3 the answer is 2, instant 4 the answer is 1. Right? So the final answer is y of n, that is convolution output sequence, or as you can say output sequence for the linear convolution y of n that is equals to, first value was 1, then 2, then 3, then 2, then 1, right? Because this indicates what? Instant 0, that means n equals to 0, right? This is instant 1, 2, 3 and 4. So at instant 4 we had the value 4, then 2, then 3, then 2 and 1, right? So this is the answer of the output sequence using the graphical method, okay? An arrow should be indicated at the instant n equals to 0. Alright, so this is the graphical method. In exam, if any method is not mentioned to you, you can do the example for linear convolution using any of the method which is suitable for you. Okay, thank you, and I hope that this example is now clear to you. These are the references. Thank you once again. Thank you for listening.